Another banger.
Oh, yo, appreciate it. Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you?
Yeah. You scared me. You scared me.
Dude, we back in the studio again, man. Hopefully y'all been enjoying those works from JJ Sullivan, man, that we have for y'all. Both our legends, but we have another legend in the building. Y'all gonna be shocked when y'all about this person right here. Yeah, we have a queen in the building, royalty in the building, bro.
For real, man. Like,
just do like you said right now.
You see me do it. You see? Yeah, so
y'all see how he be acting, man? Like, see Mica, hello, my man. Don't do none of that. I'm just kidding, man. Hey, man, yeah, I'm gonna find out who this person is. It's special, man. Some cool stuff that they don't know that we know, but it's coming.
We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Peace.
Where the love? What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. Murder, man, it's all I see. What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. When it's murder, man, it's all I see. What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. When it's murder, man, it's all I see. What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. When it's murder, man, it's all I see.
Yo, DCP, the corner pocket, man. Hit that like button right there. You see that like button? Hit it. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. Boop.
That's a easy.
I'm strong, man. They got queen in the presence, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This lady? Okay. Hey, nervous, man. It's gonna be good, man.
It's gonna be alright. We got you. We got you. Trust me, we about to have a lot of lives. It's about to be fun. Man, I know y'all looking like, wait a minute, they got, yeah, we got royalty in the building. We got royalty in the building. Shout out to Ben for hooking us up with the interview. Appreciate you, Ben. Much love, bro.
Also, man, keep letting me in your thoughts again, please. Man, take care of the situation, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Well, you know how we do it, bro. We got a queen in the building. Hey, got a queen in the building. Hey, got a queen in the building. Hey, it's royalty. It's royalty. We got a queen in the building. Hey, got a queen in the building. Hey, got a queen in the building. Hey, it's royalty. It's royalty. Now, turn the mean face from a frown. Hey, I gotta get me a crown. Hey, we got royalty in the building. Hey, oh no, are y'all feeling me? Hey, it's the way I wanna be. Yeah, be nice and queen and King B. You know, I'm chilling on the mic, that's what I do. Hit the floor, about to pass it over to you. Hey,
let me pass the lead. I'm sure with MRCA. Oh, yeah, we don't play. Man, see the queen, like, hey. Yeah, know what's up. What can we do with the hot dog ketchup? And your girl skills, man, like, what's up? Yeah, DCP get the queen, like, what? Go ahead and get it. We got royalty in the building, so I split it. Yeah. Royalty in the building, so I split it.
Hey, got the queen in the building. Hey, we got the queen in the building. Hey, we got the queen in the building. It's royalty. Hey, we got the queen in the building. Hey, I got the queen in the building. Hey, I got the queen in the building. Royalty. Hey, DCP. What's y'all say? We don't have a freestyle.
She don't freestyle. She will build a house. She gonna build a day in the garage too.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Bob the Builder next weekend. Hey.
DCP in the corner pocket. I know what time it is, man.
So she said she don't freestyle, but look at the way she stretched for royalty. She has style.
That's what I'm saying.
See, we freestyle, but she has style. I like it, man. So, B, who do we have in the building in the
corner pocket? Before we do all that, man, remember hit that like button right now. Hit it right now. Y'all ain't got nothing. Hit that like, hit it. You know what I'm saying? I know where to find this at and everything. And shout out to our sponsors, Juice Box, One Way North, One Way East, B4 Entertainment, man. Shout out to the Only Dan, man. You're always looking out for a good fire interview. And He didn't call me for the past like month or so, like I'm like hard, man, like you know what I'm saying.
So I got those sidebar. They can't see him, but you remember the movie Coming to America?
Yeah.
So he got one of them medallions on. Yeah, I knew it was gonna make you choke. I know it made you choke.
Oh my goodness, get this shoe! Get this shoe! Nah, man, but who got me excited right now is Mica Alexanderson, you know what I'm saying? Man, she's a jack of all trades. She her own malpractice, you know what I mean? She's a doctor, you know. She looks young, or she is young, man. And man was like, man, she's amazing. She do this, she do that. He's like, man, she was building a deck and she was building a TV firm. I'm like, hey man, she's doing what? Changing the plumbing? Like, you changing the plumbing too? Like, what up, man? So yeah, man.
This is surprise too, bro. She looks familiar to me. Watch this. This is on the catch all our show. We actually go way back.
Do we?
Yeah, we go way back. Well, I'll tell you how. So I know Derek.
Okay.
D1.
Yeah.
He used to train my son.
Crazy.
From Reynoldsburg. Yep, Marshawn
Wow.
and Darian. So
Yeah.
I met you first time at D1.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. She looks familiar to me, and then I saw the profile. I got sent you for a request to you and your husband.
Mhm.
And I was like, Muscle Man. I remember him. I was like, he trains at D1. I don't know if he's still there.
No, he's not there anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember you. I was
Small
like,
world.
yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. I remember good people, really good people. So just shout out to your AD, man. Good to see you, man. Hopefully look up in the future. Get you on the show. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. But anyway, man, go ahead and continue on. Talk about the work here. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
You know, like I don't want to start stuttering. I be getting too excited and stuff, so like I didn't want to get excited and see what's there. See, you know what I'm saying? It's right there, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, that's why I was like, hey, what you gotta do, man?
Yeah, so let's start at the beginning. So, where are you from originally?
I'm from Columbus. I'm from the east side, Berwick area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where Barry Italian from?
Who?
Berwick?
No, Marlon Park.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Berwick. Okay. And where did you attend high school at?
I went the first 2 years at Eastmore, and then I transferred to Bishop Hartley.
Okay.
I graduated from Hartley.
So Eastmore Warriors and Bishop Hartley, which is right around. That's
Yeah.
Livingston, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not too far apart from right?
No.
Same. And I see that you had, I did my little homework.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I see that you went to the Ohio State University studying nursing.
Yeah. I got my master's at Ohio State.
What you said? There you go. There you go, man.
Thank you.
So,
you know, we really promote women empowerment, man.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So I'm all about that, man. So good for you.
Thank you.
so what made you go into nursing? How did you know that? Like, growing up as a young girl, as a young woman, did you always knew that you wanted to go to medical?
Yes, I always knew that. I don't know if you guys remember the show Rescue 911.
Yeah.
I used to watch that
Well, you shot.
all the time. Yeah, it was a great show.
They tried to redo it, but they.
It didn't do as well. But yeah, I watched that and I was like, yeah, doesn't make me cringe. I really like it. I come from a family of non-medical people, like business, law, and I knew that was not the route I wanted to go. So it's always been medicine. And then I got to college. I ended up graduating early from college. Thank you. I'm just impatient. I just want to So when I had an extra year, my mom found this nursing program, and she's like, you can do this and see if you like it. It may not be the end goal, but you get your foot in the door. And in that, I saw a midwife do a delivery. And I was like, oh, this is an easier route to go. It's quicker, it's more holistic care. So I decided to go that route.
You know what's so crazy like the midwife was? I first of all, I didn't know the midwife even.
I didn't either. I thought it was a middle person.
Yeah.
So you were white.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was.
But my wife was watching this show on Netflix, man, called
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I started learning. So you know what I mean? And then like when Ben was like, yeah, let's check her out. I mean, she's a real life midwife. Like, that is fire, man. Like man did it again, man. You didn't even know it, nigga. Shout out to you, man.
I ain't, like, can you explain to us, like, I was confused.
Okay.
I really still don't know what
Okay.
it is. What is a midwife?
So we're basically just a nurse practitioner that can do surgery. We can do vaginal deliveries, uncomplicated things. We pretty much can do everything a physician can do other than be the first person in a C-section and use like forceps in a vaginal delivery. But pretty much everything else we can do. We can do all your prenatal care, all women's GYN care, problem visits. So I've worked in the hospital and in an office setting. In Ohio, we can't do home births or anything like that, but hospital-wise, we can pretty much do.
Man, but how cool is that? Like, say if you eat dinner somewhere and like, oh, look at this, you know what I mean? You just be like, no, I have no fear, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what if I go there one day, just looking around like, I'm here with okay, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but it is possible.
So you're the person, like, my wife is pregnant, water breaks, and my OBGYN is in Aruba. I call you, you come around.
Maybe. It depends if I have privileges at the hospital or if they're my patient. So I deliver for whatever practice I'm working for. That's how I was in Columbus. So, yeah.
How many deliveries have you done over there like that?
Oh, I don't know. 700. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. Something really high. Yeah.
Then when she said the word 700, I'm just thankful to God men don't have to do that. You know what I mean? I don't even.
well, men do that. Don't they? Or
What?
like up to the baby stuff.
Well, OBGYNs, maybe we were talking about physically.
Oh,
So you didn't catch that, did you?
Yeah, you see how, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't trying to catch it, so, you know, so.
I was just saying because, like, you know, we've experienced watching our child work.
Right.
It just seemed humanly anatomy impossible.
Yeah, I'm not trying to catch that one, though. But yeah, you know, I get it.
Come on, man, you gotta be at that, man, because, like,
you're right.
you know, you've seen that, like,
You're right, man.
and then, like,
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
just like, and she saw that 700 times.
You know, a little bit, it was vice versa, I could be nasty. But the bunch of men, like, we'll be some suckers right now, really crying.
Sure.
Like, we'll be really
Sure.
absolutely like,
For sure. I think it was set up on purpose the way it was.
I would be in the corner crying, like, you just do more, man, this kid. Like,
Yeah.
That, a monthly cycle, okay,
Yeah,
I ain't doing all that, and had the pearls of wings, like, I'm confused by all that, bro.
Yeah, man.
So you went to the House State for nursing, and
Yeah.
then you went to Mount Carmel College of Nursing. What was that experience like going? I'm sure you did Mount Carmel first. And
Yes,
then went
Mount
to
Carmel
Ohio
first
State,
and Ohio State.
and
yeah.
then you went to the University of Dayton as well.
That was first.
Dayton
let me-
Flyers.
let me-
Let's give us the
let me
journey.
backtrack.
Come
Yeah,
on, let's
it
go.
was- I started off with Spelman. I went to Spelman.
HBCU.
I went there for a year and a half. And sophomore year, I complained every day about just the living conditions in my dorm, and my mom made it really convenient to just go to University of Dayton. She's like, just come closer to home. So I came home, and University of Dayton took every credit, so I didn't have to I ended up being able to graduate early because they're like, we'll just fit things in. Everything transferred.
From Spelman.
Yeah, everything transferred. So then it was UD, then it was Mount Carmel, which was a 1-year bachelor's degree, which was like 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, in class, in one seat all day for a year. And then 9 months after I graduated from that, then I went to get my master's.
So what was that like? First of all, what made you decide to go to Spelman, which is in Atlanta, which is my mom's house, and like that's far away from home.
Yeah.
You're from here, from Columbus.
Right.
That's a long way from home.
Yeah.
You know what? I ain't gonna beat you, bro. I thought for the longest that Spelman was this one, the college league and stuff, and get the real, real college.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
That was
Yeah. So in high school, my mom let me go on college tours during spring break, which was a good and a bad thing. There was very little supervision for these teenagers, but we got to see multiple black schools.
Yeah.
So I honestly, all the schools that I applied to, except for Ohio State, were out of state. I had no intentions. I thought Columbus was boring. I wanted to leave. Atlanta seemed fun. I had support there, and Spelman kind of instills this idea of just excellence. So I was really attracted to that. So that's what made me go there.
Man, we had talked to JJ, and y'all got to check out the interview. This man was in Poland, Philippines, man. I was like, what? And he went to Arkansas his first year. Like, he's like out of country. And I'm just asking because, like, I'm like, Atlanta, we know how Atlanta is. It's a whole different world from Columbus.
It is.
Like, how did you transition to that? Did you, like, go with the crowd, or were you kind of more to yourself?
Being pre-med, I kind of had to be more to myself. It was a very, very rigorous pre-med track, so I really didn't get to experience Atlanta much when I lived there the first time. Later in my life, I moved back there, and that was a blast. Like, it's just so much to do all the time. The weather is great. The cost of living and traffic are suck, but other than that, when you get used to that, it is a lot of fun. But back then, I just had to kind of, because you couldn't, I mean, everybody, Spelman, the average GPA that comes in is a 3.5.
Okay.
So you can't be the dumb one. You know what I mean? Like, you have to keep a certain level of, like, I can't be the only one that fails this test. Like, I have to study this much more. So collegiately, I did my best at Spelman, even though I didn't stay there, just because the pressure of being great was so high.
You know, like, you know, in our life, we hold different positions, and this queen has had different positions. And I want y'all to know more about those positions that I found out about. You know, I'm good at this and this and this. And she's really a Swiss Army knife. And I want y'all to get to know her a lot more. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed so far what you've heard. And you got to come back again to get the rest of it, y'all, on the next section with Queen Mica in the building. D, you got anything to add, bro?
Yeah.
Good transition.
Where can they find you social media wise or anything? Or?
You can look me up on Facebook, just Mica Alexander.
Okay. Alright.
That music right there, where we at, bro? Is that China? Is that Asia? I'm feeling a little Buddhist right now. Little Ricky, home.
You gotta avoid ignorance. You know what I'm talking about, man? Like, continue what going on in life, man. So, man. And you know where you can find this at, man. TikTok, The Corner Pocket. YouTube, The Corner Pocket. Twitter, The Corner Pocket. Instagram, _Pocket, man. Facebook, Corner Pocket, man. We out here, man. We look like it. Miss Monkey, the doc, man. AKA Miss Fix It. You want to find that out part 2, man. Peace.
Where the love? What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. Murder, man, it's all I see. What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. When it's murder, man, it's all I see. What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. When it's murder, man, it's all I see. What happened to the love, man? It ain't involved. When it's murder, man, it's all I see. Can I live?
Yo, DCP, The Corner Pocket, man. Hit that like button right there. You see that like button? Hit it. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. Boop.